Do you want to be on the movie today? Do you want to be in the movie? Do you want to chat to all your friends? Do you? Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. Are you in? Can you squeeze in there?
Yeah, Elaine on Max.
Yeah. Well, good morning and welcome to another PiPsCast. And we have lovely Max with us this morning, just wanting loves, don't you? Yeah, just wanting loves.
Yeah. So, if you're new to our channel or new to our PiPsCasts, my name's Darren and this is Elaine, and this is Max, and we live in a tiny house here in central Portugal. And this PiPsCast is just us having a chat with you guys. So that's pretty much all it is, just us having a chat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So welcome along.
Welcome.
It's quite a cool morning for mid-October. I've been wearing a fleece to take Max for a walk for perhaps the last couple of weeks, but usually halfway around it's warmed up enough for me to take it off and just tie it around my waist. But this morning, still on after breakfast, so a bit cooler. And yeah, but nice. I mean, in half an hour, or if I go outside, there'll be absolutely no need for a fleece anymore.
No, so it's starting to get a bit cooler. It's still in the middle of the day, it's still warm though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's still sort of hitting 30 or just over every day, so it's still lovely. And sometimes a little bit too hot to work. We were a bit toasty yesterday in the full sun. Yeah,
we were doing some work on the front of the house, so we decided to start that right in the middle of the day, which was a good idea. And it got a little bit hot, a little bit sweaty. But we're getting on with the renovations.
And we had to, because we're under a bit of a time constraint now for getting the repair to the front of the house done that we've talked about, and also for getting the roof on our porch. Because as of tomorrow,
okay,
the rain comes.
Okay, you wouldn't think looking out there now, but
not at all. So yeah, we've got at least 5 days worth of rain. It might just be showers, it might just be a little shower at one point in the day, but yeah, we've got some rain forecast. So because our house is so small and the rain just basically shoots off the roof, and when it hits the ground, it hits the front door, and occasionally if it's really heavy it like splashes just under a little bit,
it just comes in.
And then there's nowhere to come in, to wipe your feet, and then you're dragging all the damp inside the house. And so if you remember, if you followed us last year, we did put a temporary roof up, and it lasted the whole of the winter, and it worked really well, didn't it? Keeping the area dry. So if you can just come in and get your wet coat off and wipe your feet on the mat before you get in the house, it just makes the house a much more pleasant place to be, rather than just everything being soggy.
Everything was just wet. It's just not
so you're just dragging it in when you come in.
That's it, So we're getting on with that, but that'll be on the video on Saturday. We'll show you a little bit about what we've been getting on with that, won't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're sort of organised and we're getting there with that, but we are under a bit of time pressure.
We're okay. It'll be fine. We'll work in the rain if we have to, because it's not going to be heavy, as you say, constant for 5 days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. A little bit of time pressure, but still cool. So you may have noticed, actually, that we are in our house.
Dun, dun.
We're sitting in a very big room now, quite different to where the camera is where we used to sit. We're about 4 or 5 feet away from that now. We sit into the other room. So it's really opened up the spaces. I think again, we'll show you a little bit of that on the video. But it's definitely opened up this space, and we're sitting on a settee, which is now a little bit more comfortable. More secrets. Okay, so But I suppose that opens up kind of like, we have been talking about this room and this one big room, and we've been talking about what to do with it forever, haven't we? For about since we bought the house, 4 years?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
4 years, 3 or 4 years.
Could we do this? Could we do that? How about doing this? This is a better use of the space. Da, 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 da. But until you actually get in there and start living in the space and seeing how you live, to then, oh careful mister, to make the best use of that space, then you don't really know until you're there.
Well, exactly right. But having said that, we have been talking about it for 4 years, and we've lived in it for a year, the last year, and we still haven't managed to make a decision. So this room that we're sitting in, Elaine's been very confident, and I have too, that we were going to make this into a kitchen diner room. So it'll be a dining room there and a kitchen there. And it makes a lot of sense. It's a really nice kitchen diner area. Mm-hmm. It does leave our living room just a little bit tight though. But we were going to knock down the wall. I suppose this is all a long story really. But I suppose the point is we've been making decisions and they constantly
evolve.
I was going to say constantly change, but they evolve.
They do evolve.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was kind of thinking, well, do I want a kitchen in there? Have I not got a fully functioning kitchen that could be much better organised once everything that is living in there at the moment because of the work that's happening here. So what we think we're now going to do and that we're happy with and thinking about how we live and use the space where you are will become our living room as it was, but now it's much more open, and this will become our dining area. So rather than a kitchen diner, we'll have a living diner, and that works for us because I can be sitting reading in here, and Darren could be sat at the table doing some editing or whatever you want to do, or I could be doing some crafts or something at the table, and Darren can be listening to music in the living room, and we're still together but apart. So
I think it works. I think it works.
And then we're not just moving all of the stuff in the kitchen because we've got like our electrics are set up there and the gas is set up there. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
Oh, it's because we're looking into the sun.
Yeah, we are.
We're not just changing the electrics and the gas for the sake of it.
No, that's the thing as
when
well.
It works pretty much where it is.
It's only a simple setup. We could move it quite easily. It would probably take, I don't know, a day, half a day to move all of the setup from where it is in the kitchen to the new kitchen here. But why
do it just for the sake of change?
For the sake of change, maybe, So we've kind of now 95%, 98% certain, we're 98% certain that this is going to be a living room, dining room. Yeah, which would be really nice.
And that will work for when we've got
Max
friends come over as well, because they can just be sitting here and, kitchen's just there.
The kitchen's only about 2 feet away anyway, so it's not like it's segregated.
Yeah, and then we can sort of keep all the kitchen stuff out the way.
Yeah.
And
I think it kind of works.
It does. It'll be nice.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
And Max agrees, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he'll have more seating spaces. Yeah. He's getting a bit fed up just lying on the concrete floor. So as much as we keep it tidy, he's still just like, I would rather get onto the sofa with you, Mum. So
we are putting tiles down, talking about the concrete floor. Our plan is to put some tiles on the floor. That's going to be quite a job. Again, it's only even though it's a big room, it's still only a small room, so it shouldn't take too long to do. But that's occupying a lot of my brain space at the moment of how we're going to tile the floor in here. So that's another thing to look forward to on future videos, I suppose. Yeah.
It'll be easy enough.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. And we've also been trying to get outside a lot more this week because when we took the wall out, it was obviously quite a big job and you just have to get on with it, and then you have to get all of the mess cleared out. and then there's the constant dust that keeps falling, so you're having to, you know, make repairs to where you've just knocked a wall out. So it really felt like over those couple of weeks, like we never got out. I mean, we did, you know,
Yeah, we did.
but it just felt like it. So we've made a few conscious efforts, some walks with Max, getting down onto the land, looking after the garden beds and stuff. Just taking a slower ride to wherever we're going if we've had to do some food shopping or something. And we're off out this afternoon to meet up with some people. So, you know, actual other people exist in the world still, not just us. Don't have to just talk to each other and Max. So
Max makes good conversation though.
He does. He always says the right thing.
He does. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
So, shall I talk about cancelling the car insurance?
Yes.
I don't know if we showed any of that on the video. A little bit, did we? It was last week's video. I can't remember.
I chatted about it.
Chatted about it a little bit, yeah, cancelling the car insurance. So, it's a little bit different in Portugal, of course, to what we're used to in the UK. You have to prove, and we've had this experience a couple of times now.
Yes.
I'll talk a little bit, we purchased a toll card. This is quite important, I suppose. We purchased a toll card for our first car when we came to Portugal.
Yes.
Then we sold our first car in Portugal, but we couldn't cancel the toll card because we didn't have proof that we'd sold that car. We needed written confirmation that we'd sold the car to somebody else and we no longer owned it. So we were liable for that toll card for the next 6 months, is what they told us. That brings me on to my point, and my point is, when you sell a car in Portugal, you have to have proof that it's no longer owned by you.
Yeah.
This all kind of automatically happens in England. You do it on an app.
Yes, because you do it on an app.
And it's,
so the government gets to know straight away because it's on the UK Gov website.
Yeah.
But your insurance company will just go, I've sold my car. Okay, we believe you.
Yeah, they know it
Your
because it's on the
insurance is
system.
cancelled.
But they know it's done because it's on the system. Yeah, they know that you sold it. But here it doesn't work like that. You have to prove it with a piece of paper. I have sold that car. I am no longer responsible for that car. So when we changed, so for insurance, for the car insurance, I didn't get a document. So I needed to cancel.
When we sold
the Corsa, again. When we sold the Corsa, I didn't get documentation saying that we had sold the Corsa.
Yeah.
So I thought I might get it in the post from the advocate, the lady, the solicitor. I thought we might receive it in a week or two, and we didn't. I phoned up the insurance company. I said, I want to cancel the car insurance. They said, you can't because you haven't got proof. I said, okay, fair enough. I'll wait for proof. Yeah. I think this week sometime we went there. I went to the place and I said I was going to ask for the proof of that, of the sale of the car, and the office was closed. Anyway, we got back that day and we got a phone call from the insurance company. Strangely on that same day, phone call from the insurance company saying your insurance is coming up for renewal. Do you still own the car? I said no. They said, brilliant, that's all we need to know. Yeah. And it was cancelled. So for the last couple of months they've needed proof, and then all of a sudden they didn't need proof anymore. So that was an interesting little scenario. But it's now cancelled. It automatically happens in the UK, which is why it's just a little bit different here. But it's probably a little bit of a heads up if you're coming to Portugal, thinking about cars. When you sell it, get the proof, because your insurance company will want the proof. Yes. Otherwise you'll just stay insured forever with them, potentially. And as a side note, we use Abigate insurance. Yes. Abigate, and they've been really good actually. They've been really good for us, for all of our 3 cars that we've had here in Portugal. So if you're coming over to Portugal, Abigate Insurance, they're in Faro, down south, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, and they speak English, and very good,
The other thing was, like in the UK, if you have a car but you're taking it off the road and it's going to be sort of, locked in your garage for a while, perhaps while it's not in use, or it's getting some major work, renovation done to it, you can sawn it you can declare it
off-road.
off-road,
Yeah.
and then you don't have to pay your road tax and that
That's
kind
right.
of thing. It becomes
Yeah.
exempt from that while it's not on the road. And if you so choose to not insure it, then that's okay, because it's not being used.
Yeah.
It's locked away and safe.
Yeah.
But we were also told
If you own the car.
Yeah, if you own the car here, that it doesn't matter if it's not being used, and if it's locked away on your land or in a garage or whatever, still has to be insured.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, so yeah, even if he said, yeah, exactly that. Have you sold the car? I said, no, I've still got it. This was a while ago. That's a whole different story.
It was a different one. It was
Anyway, we won't go into that, but exactly right. If you own the car, it has to be insured, even if it's not being used.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that makes sense.
So just be aware of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. They wouldn't let us cancel it though, because we still owned it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, they were keeping us right in that
Yeah.
respect. Yeah, yeah. So at one point, I think we had 3 cars insured, because we owned 3 cars at one
Yes.
point. That was a bit of a pain.
With the Corsa and the truck.
Yeah.
And then we'd just got the
Yeah,
VW, which was
But
crazy.
was crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but nevertheless, not a problem really.
Mm-hmm.
We got it sorted in the end.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so there we go, car insurance, that's exciting, isn't it?
Always.
Always exciting
But
stuff.
little snippet of information that we didn't know.
No.
We're just learning as we go along.
That's what it's all about.
We do get some lovely comments from people going, right, didn't know about that.
No, it's
and
important.
it's not really the kind of thing that normally comes up on somebody's video or on just conversation, because unless you've experienced it, like with so many things in life, unless you've experienced all those little things, then you just don't know.
No, you don't.
But it's equally, it's the same if in the country that you were born in and were brought up in. Kind of when we left 1 year ago, our son got my car, and although he'd driven for a while, he'd never physically owned a car and been completely responsible for it. So he had to insure it himself, not just be a named driver on Mum's insurance. He had to maintain it, and then when it was coming round to the MOT, and he had to sort all of that out.
First time.
So all of that, until you physically do something for yourself, people can tell you stuff, but until you physically do it for yourself, it doesn't become a learn, and it doesn't become, oh my, I am responsible for something.
Like I'm going to be responsible for tiling this floor forever. And people are going to say you haven't got that straight. Look at that line, that's not very straight. That's why it's been on my mind forever.
But I'll help you, love.
Will you?
I always help you, don't I? I'm your tiler.
This is why I've been thinking about it, because I know it's not going to be a straight line. It won't be.
Well, there's no straight lines in the house, so why would there be a straight line anywhere?
Let's just go for it anyway. Yeah.
It's quirky, it's ours, and we love it.
It's not a single straight line. Well, we love it even more now, don't we?
Yeah.
Because it's actually becoming a really nice space.
Yeah.
There's still lots of building work just behind you there. I can see all these holes in the wall.
Well, they're not holes now, they're filled, they're dried, they're just waiting to be rubbed and painted.
Okay, fair enough.
But, yes.
That's true. No, we're getting there. It's good. It's looking really nice. Yeah. Okay, so one more thing we have to do, I think.
Yes.
Have we come to the end of the video, apart from this one thing?
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
So. Okay.
So, the lovely Jean Mann. Remember, we did say last week that, you can do that, we were given 2 of her CDs. So it's volume 1 and volume 2 of her Road Girl CDs. And that we don't have anything to play them on, so we would pass them on to somebody else. And lots of people, fair few people, not big enough for a hat, but I've got a mug. There you go.
Commented on our last video.
Yes, commented
on our
and
last
signed up.
Yeah, and signed up, to Jean's mailing list.
Yeah, Jean had said that she'd had an influx.
Yeah, that was lovely. She said she'd received lots of nice comments from you guys, which was really lovely.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she was really pleased with that. It was so nice. Yeah.
So we're now going to do the draw.
Do the draw, yeah, go for it. Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
Max. Sorry, he was like, what is that? He was like, I've got to get away.
So,
Good boy.
I've put the names on, as you do in good digital fashion. Names on pieces of paper, rolled up, and my beautiful assistant.
Okay, I'm just going to take one out.
Take one out.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, I see. I was reading the other side of it. You just
I've just reused the scraps of paper that
a scrap piece of paper. So,
we're going.
He's away. Ah, there we go, he's gone. He's getting too warm. So, True Vision. True Vision. It is. Oh, sorry.
So, get in touch with us and give us your address via email.
Get in contact with us via email. Email is all on the comments. Sorry, not the comments. On the description of all of our videos is our email. Just give us a shout. And
we'll can figure out how to get them to you.
Just give us a shout on there.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Oh, you're covered. Absolutely covered.
It's fine. It's what happens when you have a dog, isn't it?
It happens when you have a Max. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely that dog.
Yeah. Oh, just talking about dogs, little cute story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not yesterday, but the day before. So what would that be? That would be Tuesday. Darren was working outside. I think you were treating some wood for the porch.
Yeah.
And the street was very quiet. I was indoors painting. I've been painting for 100 years now. And he went, Elaine, there's a dog in the street. I went, okay.
That's kind of normal here, kind of. Yeah.
And then he went, but I've never seen it before.
No, it's a new dog, not seen it.
So I went and I had a look out. Very timid little thing.
Very cute.
Right up near the top of the street. And all sandy coloured, just like Max.
Yeah,
Max's
it was
back.
kind of sandy with long ears. I thought a little bit spaniely.
Yes, spaniely ears.
Spaniely ears.
But very small.
Cute.
Very timid and withdrawn. And I was like, all right, I've never seen that dog. And then it just seemed to...
It kind of scarpered off a bit. Yeah, it wasn't happy to see me. As you said, it was timid. Didn't want to come down because I was here, maybe. Or
Yeah. Then that evening, our friends who live at the top of the street came down walking their dog, and she was saying, have you seen the little dog? And it's like it's taken a shine to us. And so our husband had given it a drink and he'd given it some food and made a little fuss of it.
Yeah.
And although it didn't quite like their dog, it had taken a shine to the husband.
Yeah.
And it's still there now.
Yeah, still there. It's living in their house now.
Living in their house.
Well, they're not living in their house, but the dog is
getting renovated.
It's getting renovated, but the dog is living in their house, which is being renovated. Yeah, that's right.
So last night when they were out walking, it's usually just the lady that walks Candy, their dog, and no, they were both out walking, and they both had a dog on a lead.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Oh dear. So they just said how timid and shy she was of humans. Definitely didn't want to interact with their dog because just didn't have like the courage or the strength, but had eaten eaten
them out of house and home
that they'd given, and was very happy to sort of get loves and feel secure.
Oh, that's so nice.
So
that's very cute. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Not sure what's going to happen with it.
No.
But
they said they were going to take it to the vet.
They'd take it to the vet to see if it was chipped.
Yep.
But they just wanted to like boost it up a little bit beforehand, give it a bit of sustenance.
Yeah.
So lovely story to end with.
Yeah.
There are nice people and they live here in our village.
Very nice.
Anyway, that's it for us.
Okay.
We have a busy day ahead, so thank you very much for spending some time with us.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yep. Take care, and we will see you
on the next one.
Bye, everyone.
He was a good boy, wasn't he? On the
He was
video.
very good, yes.
Yeah, I think he enjoyed being on the video for that one.
Mm.
Good. Okay.
Good. Oh, you are covered.